In a bid to turn out African-American voters, Doug Jones, the Democrat in this race, is hosting rallies in Selma, Montgomery, and Birmingham with Senator Cory Booker and civil rights icon Representative John Lewis. As for Roy Moore, some polls show him leading in this race, but he's still battling those accusations. As you mentioned, we just sat down with one of his accusers who wanted to speak out because she says she's sick and tired of Roy Moore and his campaign painting her and others as liars.
It sickens me. It sickens me to wonder what may go on with him if he gets into office, maybe, you know. He could be doing this still. We don't know. And then again, I hope that he's changed.
This morning, Beverly Young Nelson sitting down exclusively with GMA. She was 16 when she says Moore groped her and tried to force a sex act on her in his car.
He was trying to pull me toward in between his legs. It was terrible. And I was bound and determined that I was not going to be raped by him. You know, I was terrified. But the next thing I know, I'm on the concrete.
These allegations are completely false. They're malicious. Specifically, I do not know any of these women, nor have I ever engaged in sexual misconduct with any woman.
Moore's supporters have called Nelson a liar, even compared her to a criminal since she first spoke out about 3 weeks ago.
That really hurt me, you know. God knows, and Roy knows, and I know what happened.
Young's proof that she knew Moore? Her yearbook with this inscription. But Moore and his supporters have called into question that inscription, noting the writing under the signature appears to be different.
Let's look at Beverly Nelson. Everybody knows her yearbook is a forgery.
Nelson says she did make notes to the inscription, but the message was all Roy Moore. Beverly, he signed your yearbook.
He did sign it.
And you made some notes underneath.
Yes.
Nelson says this is not about politics. She voted for Donald Trump, but can't understand the decision some Republicans are making. What do you think about the Republicans that say they believe people like you, but they'd rather have a Republican in that seat than a Democrat?
Is the party more important, really, than what happened? I feel like my incident is being just swept under the rug, literally, because he's a Republican. Now, Nelson's lawyer, Gloria Allred, says she's going to host a news conference later today to show further proof that Moore indeed knew his client. Roy Moore, for his part, has denied all accusations of sexual misconduct. Robin?
And Tom, as you know, a quote from Moore is getting a lot of attention on social media for the way he responded when asked when was the last time America was great.
That's right. The quote comes from an LA Times news story, and it was during a campaign event back in September. Now, Moore was reportedly asked when the last time he thought America was great, and he said this quote. We can put it up there on the screen. According to the LA Times, he said, "I think it was great at the time when families were united. Even though we had slavery, they cared for one another. Our families were strong. Our country had a direction." So last night I asked the campaign, why did he invoke slavery? Why was he talking about slavery when he said the last time America was great? The campaign tells me he was talking about the time right after the American Revolution when families were united and the country had a direction. He, of course, opposes slavery.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.